you would want or not want?
They're so cute when they first start to walk.
I know. I don't know if it's
Okay.
Hey guys, good morning. We are, well, I am. We aren't doing anything. The big girls, I moved Maddie upstairs to her room to trying to figure out what we're having for dinner tonight. I have leftover salmon. I think I want to do that for lunch tomorrow. But anyway, I moved Maddie to her room for her Zooms and stuff because it just was getting too hard. Like, she's getting completely distracted by Everly in the background because Everly can walk kind of close to that area. And Mila's trying to get stuff. I see you, little sneaky. She sticks her paw in the little cat drawer and pulls out toys and stuff. So yeah, she's getting totally distracted. So we moved the laptop and everything for her to at least do her Zoom. She can do her schoolwork and stuff downstairs, but for her Zoom, she just has to be present. And her schoolwork is in a caddy, so all she has to do is carry the caddy upstairs. I think maybe meatloaf tonight for dinner. I have potatoes, we have green beans, and I have all that turkey that I bought. So I think that's what we're going to have tonight for dinner. Meatloaf sounds good, right? So anyway, it's been a little bit easier to be downstairs. So I want to do turkey or beef. That is the question. So yeah, it's been a little bit easier to be downstairs. We don't have to like keep Everly away from there and keep her quiet as much and all that stuff. It's kind of ugly outside. It's supposed to be like a high of 80 today, but it's chilly. It's only like 9 something in the morning, so it's still pretty early. But yeah, this is gonna make a huge, this is 2.5 pounds. This is that turkey that I got from Sam's Club the other day. It's gonna make a big meatloaf, but that's okay, we'll have leftovers. I think that'll work. So I'm pulling it out now so it can thaw out. Not my best angle. So that we can have this for dinner tonight. Check. I already had breakfast. I had a biscuit with some sugar-free jelly and 2 boiled eggs. Autumn wants to play basketball, so I'm gonna play one game while her sisters are on their Zooms and stuff. Keep it here. You want this chair?
Okay.
So you can actually get it?
Like to
Bring it over here.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Set.
Go.
Go. Oh, good job.
That's fun. You help me. Stop touching my basketball.
Oh, you did. Almost did it.
Yeah, you won. Oh, you missed. But that's okay. Well, that's because I couldn't. Yeah.
Good
Good
job.
class. I think I come over there and I should jump on and put it in.
Do another one. Stand up and do another one. Let's try again. Everly just woke up, and for whatever reason, her morning nap, she's been waking up with, like, I think I said it yesterday, a complete vengeance. She wakes up grouchy, but I don't know how to get her to sleep longer. She's been asleep like an hour and a half. I guess she just doesn't like waking up. So anyway, I'm about to go get her. So I took advantage of the time that she was napping. I was able to edit a 33-minute vlog for tonight. I still need to edit my couponing shelf one to go live tomorrow, but I can do that later. I did not get to work out. I was trying to edit and work out and do my nails. Didn't happen, but oh, what the heck is that? I was able to do my nails. So yay, Valentine's Day nails. I'm actually wearing Love Letter, which this is what it looks like in the package. And then I added an accent nail of Home Sweet Home, which is a glitter, really pretty. There you go, really pretty glitter accent nail. I actually did 2 layers of that because it's kind of sheer. My camera's taking forever to focus. It's kind of sheared, so I did 2 layers of it, and I wish I had a red glitter accent. I think that would have been pretty too. So anyway, Love Letter from Color Street. I think they're still doing the spend 50 and get a free Valentine's Day nails on top of the buy 3 get 1 free, so I'll leave that link down below if you're interested. So I got my nails done, the vlog is exporting, And I even got the budget done. I mean, catch up on budget, like catch up on spending, catch up on the checking account, like all that stuff, kind of like how the budget mom does it. I do all my stuff a little bit different than her, but same idea. So now I gotta go get Everly. Hi. You grouchy? What? What did you find? What? What are you saying? Up, let's go. Come on. You ready? You like mommy's nails? Do you like them or no? Come on, let's go. You ready to get up? You want to sleep more? Everly. Appa. Everly. Appa, mommy. Come on. Let's go. I feel like probably the same in most people's houses, but food is always a thing for us. Like what we're having for breakfast and for lunch and for snack and for dinner every day. So what I did right now is I have berries that I got on the shopping trip. So it's been like, I don't even know what, a week and a half since we grocery shopped, 10, 12 days, something like that. And you might be wondering, wow, Melissa, how did you keep that many blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries alive in your house for 10, 12 days? Well, the key to making things last is to tell your kids no. If I let them, they would have devoured that whole, what was it, quart or whatever of blueberries in one sitting. Raspberries, they probably wouldn't even have been enough for them for one sitting. Same thing with the blackberries. And that fruit, those 2 fruit containers alone, 2, hello, 2, I'm holding up 3. Those 3 fruit containers alone probably were about $17. So the way that I make those things last is I make them portion it out. Instead of having just blueberries, just raspberries, just blackberries, they get a little bit of each and they pair it with something that's a little cheaper, like an apple, but still just as nutritious. An apple, banana, orange. I bought grapefruit, we have pears, you know, all the other fruit that we still have and they love. This is just new for them. I don't buy this very frequently because it's expensive and it doesn't stretch very far for us. So I simply tell them, no, you may not have an entire bowl of blueberries. You may have some blueberries along with your yogurt and granola or sliced almonds, or you may have some raspberries on top of your pancakes, you know, stuff like that. And then they get fruit that's a little bit more filling on the side. The same goes for strawberries, because strawberries, I can go through a pint in one meal. And a pint of strawberries here, at least lately, which I don't understand why, because it's strawberry season here in San Antonio area, has been like almost $5 a pint. $5 a pint, and they can go through it in one meal. And so that just exponentially increases how much my cost per meal per child is throughout my day if I allow them to just fill up on all the fruit. So I like to let them have lots of protein, vegetables. They can have fruit whenever they want, as long as it's not right before like a big meal or anything. Cheese stick is a great option. They like pepperoni, crackers. We have all kinds of other snacks, and I just have to hold off on this. But we're getting to a point where it was getting a little soggy, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wash them all up. I guarantee you these will be done with lunch. Big old container, they'll be done.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
did this specific ride from Cody Rigsby and it was so good. I loved it. I feel like I got just as good of a workout, maybe even better. I feel a little jittery from his workout as I did from Kendall's the other day, and he was fun. It was a lot of fun. He had good music. He likes to dance. You have to be careful with the words. Like I had to turn it down a little bit, especially with the girls here, but it was so fun. So fun. So I want to this next week bump myself up to the 30-minute rides. 20 minutes is like halfway. I'm just starting to get into the workout, so I would like to do like 30-minute rides, but honestly I'm dying after 20, so I don't know if I could even do it. Yeah, let's see, how many workouts have I done? I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Peloton, and I've done a couple on the Echelon app. I definitely love the Peloton app more, but if you do the Echelon freestyle ride, it still lets me track my resistance and cadence, and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm sweating. It's good. There's not a lot of light because I'm pretty sure my microwave light went off. I'm not sure why. Like the bottom light works, but the top light stopped working. So we used to have some decent lighting in the microwave, but now it's gone. I have to figure out how, or if you even change it. I really don't even know how. I'm probably gonna have to Google it, unless Andres knows. I don't even know that he knows it's out, but anyway, it is. So I'm very proud of myself. Got a good workout in. Doing some dinner right now. I was going to do meatloaf, but I kind of ran out of time, and Everly woke up super grouchy. I can tell she's gonna have an early bedtime today, so I just wanted to keep it simple. I'm making egg roll in a bowl, and I just cut my ground turkey in half. So it was a 2.5-pound pack, and I got the 2.5-pound, the two 2.5-pound packs for $9.33. Oh my gosh, that is the tiniest carrot, or the skinniest carrot of life. That's super, but you can still use it. Just we'll chop off the ends.
I was just showing you.
That's cute. So it was $9.33, which, what does that work out to per 2.5-pound pack? That's like what, $4.66 and a half, something like that. So yeah, I forgot where I was at, but it came with 2 of these 2.5-pound containers, and then I split this 2.5-pound container into half, and I'm using half, which is essentially 1.25 pounds of the ground turkey. It's 93.7, so it has a decent amount of fat in it. It's not completely dry or anything, but it's not overly fat. I think you can have 4 ounces for 2 points, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3. I think it's 2 though. But egg roll in a bowl is very lean. It has lean meats, lots of vegetables, and it's very inexpensive to cook, really. It depends on what kind of meat. We're definitely a 1 pound, 1.25 pound family, especially if the meat is like a primary meal, like tacos. Tonight, for instance, this is the primary part of the meal. We're definitely a 1 pound, 1.25, sometimes even 1.5 pound meat family. So this turkey gets me 2 meals. So for $4.66.5 per 2.5 pounds. That makes it $2.33.25. That is very inexpensive for 1 meal. So you figure I'm going to feed everybody on this just over $2 meat, and then I have this big thing of cabbage, this is very cheap at Sam's. I want to say this is under $2 for this big bag, and this is 2 pounds worth, but you can get a cabbage, same thing, for under a couple of dollars, and for under $5 have a really great nutritious meal for you and your family. And we're a family of 6. That's less than $1 per person per meal. That's amazing. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I threw in, I'm not really following like a recipe per se, but I threw in some, like a tablespoon of sesame oil, a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. I'm going to, and I browned up my meat, I'm going to toss in probably 6 to 8 cups of that coleslaw. I have Emmy shredding me up some carrots.
And potatoes.
Well, we're prepping the potatoes because I had a big bag of russets left from my last grocery shopping trip, and they're just starting to grow sprouts and stuff. So it's still good as long as you open it up and it's not rotten. You just shave off the sprouts and shave off the skin, and so I'm gonna prep them. I'm gonna chop them all up and put them. I was originally going to do the meatloaf. I was going to do it with mashed potatoes and green beans, but because I just ran out of time, meatloaf takes about 45 minutes to cook in the oven. I will cook that tomorrow. And now I have the meat already thawed out and everything for it, and I actually may make it up and let it marinate overnight and just pop it in the oven tomorrow for dinner. That may be an option. I'm going to chop up those potatoes real small, dice them up for like hash browns in the morning, or potato and egg tacos for tomorrow morning, or maybe Saturday morning. Yeah, because tomorrow's Friday. Saturday morning, and then tomorrow I'll have the other potatoes that I can just boil up and have mashed potatoes, so none of them go bad. I try really, really hard, especially with our food budget, like so expensive nowadays. I try really hard to like go through all my produce at least once every day or two and be like, okay, I have a banana that needs to be used up, so tomorrow they'll have oatmeal and I'll slice a banana in it. Or those berries, you saw how quickly they went. They had them with their lunch, and actually they had them right after lunch as like a little after lunch snack, and it was perfect. I didn't have any waste and they were full and satisfied. So I try really hard, like I said, just to kind of go through all of my food. Like this is not, it may be expired. Actually, it's best if used by today, which, happy 14 months to my Everly page.
Wait,
yes,
today?
I see you. She's 14 months today. I forgot to say that this morning. She's 14 months. I can't believe it. She actually walked when she was 13 months. It's a miracle. I forgot what I was talking about though prior to talking about her being 14 months.
Mashing up the potatoes for like meatloaf and all that, and then.
Is that what I was talking about?
And then you can.
I feel like I was talking about something else after that.
You were. You can just start from there.
Anyway, I try really hard not to have any waste when it comes to anything. Like I will literally switch up my meal plan to if I look around and see something that needs to be used up, because truly in the grand scheme of things, groceries are way too expensive for them to go to waste. And we're privileged to be able to afford groceries and stuff, right? Especially during a time like this where I was watching Meet Kevin, him talking about like just statistics on different things and whatnot, and I like watching his real estate, even though he lives in California, real estate, and you could totally doctor this up with like onions and peppers and all kinds of stuff, but I'm just doing the cabbage. But anyway, he was talking about all different kinds of stuff, and he was like something like 33% of children are going hungry right now, and I'm just like, that is all. I wish they could come to my house because we have a surplus of food. Like I just don't understand how kids go hungry, and if that's the case, their parents better be going hungry as well. Like don't sit here and think to me that you're going to get sympathy from me of your kid going hungry when you're stuffing your face. I would starve before I let my kids go hungry. Starve. Like I would never ever ever let that happen, and I can't imagine a good parent would let their kid go hungry before them. So that to me is just heartbreaking, heartbreaking. I actually have a friend that may be in need, and I was thinking about getting like a blessing box. The girls and I were actually talking about it, getting like a blessing box. We're doing something in Girl Scouts for that as well. So I was thinking about doing like a grocery pickup. And even checking out like what kind of resources. I have no idea what San Antonio's offering, but I know I've seen other places offer like food bank services and stuff like that. And I actually had a patient that needed help with food, and I told her, I was like, I swear I see on Facebook people advertising like food pantries and stuff like that, and she's like, yeah, and there's just so much need right now. Anytime I go to get one, they're all out, and that is so heartbreaking to me, heartbreaking. So anyway, it really tears me up to see people go hungry when we are so blessed to have as much food as we have. So that lets me circle around to, we let nothing go to waste in this house, even if it's gone soggy or limp or whatever. Like we chop it up and figure out a way to use it. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up dinner and finish up prepping my food and stuff tomorrow, and then see what the rest of the night holds. This is one of the many times I miss having a dog. Bella would have had this cleaned up in a heartbeat. It's finally the end of my day. It's been a long one. Dinner went smoothly. Surprisingly, nobody gave me a hard time. I ended up adding in a whole stalk, I guess that's what it's called, of green onions because they were starting to get a little wilty. And again, whenever you're going to saute them up, they're gonna get wilty anyway. Now if you're gonna use them fresh, you want them crunchy, but I didn't. And so yeah, not everybody loves the taste of green onions, but surprisingly they didn't even notice. Had no problems. Everybody ate their food, including Everly, and she loved it. That combination of food that was on the floor was from pretty much lunch, snack, and dinner, and she ate good helpings at every single one. She just ended up with a lot on the floor. She does really well with her spoon and fork, but she's still, you know, she's 14 months. 14 months, I can't believe it. It's so sad. So she tries really hard, but still ends up on the floor. It makes me sad every time, honestly, that I sweep it up, because I know for a really long time, Bella didn't really eat, and Dulce really, when he was alive, they didn't really eat table food a whole lot. But as they started to scrounge a little bit more underneath the table, the girls got smart and started feeding them. Dulce liked table food, but man, Bella would tear it up. She would literally, like, we had to watch what was actually, and we didn't feed them table food. I should clarify that. We didn't feed it directly to them. They had their dog food and all that good stuff, but just stuff that they would find on the floor. So I had to really be careful with the girls because they would just throw down anything. And so we kind of got out of it, of them being underneath our feet. Like they would go outside and run around or go to the bathroom or whatever while we were eating, because otherwise they would sit there and beg. Well, once Dulce passed away, I always felt so bad if Bella was outside even to pee by herself. So a lot of times, like, the girls would go out with her, or one of us would go out with her, or whatever. Like, it just, I don't know, I felt lonely. I just feel like, yes, I know there's so many single dog families, single cat families, but I feel like they just have nobody to talk to. You know, I mean, I talk to them all day long. Like, I'm sure Andres can look on the Google camera and think I'm absolutely nuts because all I do is talk to the cats because I have nobody else to talk to. It's kind of sad, actually. It's choking me up now that I think about it. But I talk to them all night long. Even when he's here, I talk to them, but more so when nobody else is here with me. I used to do the same thing with Bella, and now that Bella's not here, I just talk to the cats. And if you have cats, you know that they're definitely not as responsive as a dog is. And so anyway, we never really let her outside that much, like by herself. So she was always around the dinner table when it was dinner time, and Everly got very smart very quick and started dropping all kinds of things for her. Well, now that Bella's not there, I have to be really careful what she throws down because the cats will try and get it. Not so much Lola. Lola really never goes after scraps on the floor. Mila, I don't know if it was because she was a street cat before she went to the pound and that's where we adopted her. So she learned how to, like, pick up off the floor and scrounge for herself and stuff like that. I really don't know, because she loves table scraps, and I have to really be careful because it's definitely not, most of what we eat is not good for a cat. So I have to be careful, and that's why normally as soon as she's done eating, it gets swept up. Today, however, just was a busy afternoon and I didn't get to it, and a lot of it was just like crumbs and stuff, and the big bulk of it was from tonight's dinner. So when I saw it, I was like, this is why I sweep after every single meal, because that's what it looks like at the end of the night if I don't do it. And actually, it's really easy. We have a very tiny little broom and dustpan that's from Dollar Tree that the little girls, especially Autumn's, getting really good at it. All I have to do is after every single time she has a snack or a meal or whatever, we keep the little dustpan out and Autumn will sweep it up for me. So it's very helpful. But today got a little out of control when I swept it up. I was like, what the heck? This could have been a whole nother meal for another baby. This is like ridiculous. Especially after I just got done talking about wasting food and stuff. I'm like, what the heck, Everly? So anyway, dinner was a success, and I have a meal left over in the fridge for my Henvini when he gets home if he wants it, or he can have it tomorrow. we have a lot of things tomorrow. The girls have a very light day on Friday. They don't have only like one homeroom Zoom, and the rest of their work is just asynchronous online, which is awesome because during the week when their Zooms changed, we really don't have a lot of wiggle room to like go run errands during the day and stuff like that. So I have a long list of stuff to do. Andres is going to restain the playground this weekend, I think, or at least start it, because we've had that playground. They got it for Christmas, I want to say Christmas 2018, maybe 2017. I don't think we've had it for maybe 2017. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Anyway, they got it as like a cumulative gift from everybody one Christmas, and that was the last time we stained it. We stained it when he was putting it together, and it needs desperately to be kind of sanded and stained again, especially since we took it apart and moved it. Those types of playhouses don't do very well. It's like, it's not pressed board or particle board. It's supposed to be like real cedar or some whatever kind of wood it is, but it doesn't hold up very well moving it and stuff. So it definitely needs to be sanded in some places and restained. So that's his project that he wants to work on this weekend. My mom is actually going to watch the girls for us on Saturday while I'm at work so that he can work on that. So he placed an online pickup order from Home Depot, so we need to go get that. One of the bike seats we need to go return at UPS because it didn't, the like big booty one didn't work out. I ended up liking the one that has just like the cushion with the red, and honestly my butt hasn't hurt since like my third workout, which is great. I think it has a lot to do with this seat change. So the other one needs to be returned, which was like $35. So I'm glad one of them worked out, but there's no sense in keeping the other one. And yeah, I just have a long list of stuff. I need to check my P.O. box. Maddie's appointment got moved to tomorrow, her ortho podiatry appointment. And I don't know, I made a list in my phone because, we have to pick up some paperwork from Autumn's school for assignments and stuff next week. And I wanted to wash the cars because the cars are filthy, and especially with Andres driving, both of us going to and from work, like I like to keep them up a little bit more, and they both need gas. I'm surprised that he hasn't had to put gas in the Pilot, to be honest. And when I drove, what did I drive? No, I was in the Pilot the other day. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't had to put gas since then. But the last time I was in the van, it had like 2 bars, and I haven't driven it at all. It hasn't been driven like at all because we haven't gone anywhere. The last time I even left the house was for work. No, I ran errands the other day. I don't even remember. All my days are just like going by the wayside because I don't even remember day to day anymore. It just feels so monotonous. But anyway, yeah, lots of errands. So it'll be nice for them to get their schoolwork done fairly early. So end of the day, I really like wearing shirts like this when I work out because it doesn't, they don't smell like, I don't feel like I worked out or anything, and I'm all sweaty walking around and stuff. I'm gonna take a body shower just because my sheets are clean and I don't want to get my bed dirty. Well, my hair's dirty, but I'm gonna get up and wash it tomorrow because it is on its last leg. And because I never did anything with it, this is what it ends up looking like. And not only do I want to feel refreshed for errands tomorrow, I don't want my hair to look like this at work on Saturday. So yeah, and I have assignments due on Saturday. And I did not go back and edit my couponing shelf haul or tour. So, you know, lots of things to do tomorrow. But what's cool is I actually thought he wasn't off for a few more days, but he's off tomorrow, which is awesome. So we'll have a little bit of time to be able to spend with each other. And I think that's about it. I'm going to go get ready for bed and hop into bed, try and get some sleep a little bit early. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, that's early for me considering I go to bed most nights around 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog, and we'll see you tomorrow.